Loving her is not rocket science. I thought it was, but... Hello, best friends. It is me, Chris Bennett, and welcome to another episode of the Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends. Today is Talk About Something Good Tuesday, so you'll hear some incredible good news stories, including one about strangers coming together to save a man's life. Jineane Ford is joined in studio by relationship expert Nick Buntin here in the Valley, author of Loving Her is Not Rocket Science, for a special Tuesday edition of Relationship Advice. Plus, we will spin the wheel of names and give away some Diamondback tickets. Grab your coffee, buckle up, and let's get the show started.
Chris Bennett and the Morning Brew.
Jineane, you there?
Yes, we are. How are you?
I'm doing good on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday. You want to share some good news?
Yes.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here's my good news story, and it's a reminder there are incredible people in this world. There was a father of two in Australia, and he's alive today, Jineane, because complete strangers refuse to give up. This guy named Tyler was riding his motorcycle to work when another vehicle crossed into traffic, causing a crash that sent a 3,300-pound car backward and pinned him underneath it. And so the pressure was on his chest. It was so intense he couldn't breathe and was beginning to black out. People working at a nearby business heard the crash and immediately ran over, and then they tried lifting the car once but couldn't, and then more strangers rushed over to help, and together they gave it everything they had, and this time they lifted the car high enough just to get Tyler pulled to safety. And Tyler recently reunited with the strangers who saved his life and thanked them for their quick actions. And it's just a great reminder that when people come together, ordinary people can become extraordinary heroes.
Oh, I love that story. Great story, Chris.
Thank you, best friend. How about...
awesome.
Heck yeah. All right, Jineane, I'm ready for your good news on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday. What you got?
Well, what I've got is I just want everyone to notice what is going over in Heber, Overguard. It's going to be the biggest flag in Arizona, okay? This thing is massive, 100 feet tall, massive American flag that's going to be flying all the time. There at the high school, you're going to be able to see it from miles, and they are putting it up on Friday. There's going to have a breakfast this Friday, and then it's going to be there for the 4th of July. And while we still don't know if we're going to have fireworks all over the White Mountains because of the wind, we have to wait for the fire chiefs to make that decision when we get closer. It's still going to be a wonderful thing to celebrate, and I want everyone to, they developed a 501c3. It's taken them 5 years, Chris, to put this together, build this. I mean, just the base is 18 feet in the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how massive this thing is. It's going to be a big, big, big thing coming up the White Mountains for everyone to see. It's going to be up all the time, lit at night, just absolutely beautiful. So it's called raisetheflag250.org, raisetheflag250.org if somebody wants to help out. Or if you want one of those pavers, they still have like 70 pavers left to put your family name on.
Awesome.
You know? Yeah.
Heck yeah, some good news right here in the White Mountains.
There you go.
Sweet. And I understand you have a guest in studio today.
I do. I have Nick Buntin. How are you, Nick? Nick is a local author. We're super excited to have him. He has a brand new book. It's called Loving Her. It's Not Rocket Science.
Ooh, he sounds like a relationship expert.
Yes. I'm going to have to tell him about my Adidas running shoes.
Yeah. It is now time for a special relationship advice on Tuesday. Jineane, you have a special guest, Nick Buntin, in studio, and he's the author of Loving Her is Not Rocket Science. Is that correct?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Nick, welcome. And he's got a book signing the end of July.
Oh, where's that going to be?
That's going to be at the White Mountain Books over by where the Desert Title is.
Okay.
And it's in the behind the building where you have like Off-World Tattoo and stuff like that. So
Nice.
Let's support a local author. And we are going to read you a story, Nick. And when we come back, we want your advice for this person. You ready?
Right on.
All right, here we go. A few days ago, I shared that I felt like my husband liked me better before we had kids. We now have an 18-month-old and a 4-month-old, and I've been exhausted trying to do everything. Over Father's Day weekend, he encouraged me to take a nap while he took care of the kids. I ended up sleeping for 3 uninterrupted hours, and when I woke up, I realized how badly I needed that break. I finally told him I need time like that every weekend and that that I need more help around the house. To my surprise, he simply said, okay. I also told him I need him to help more with chores and the kids, and he admitted he isn't a mind reader and needs me to tell him what I need. Now I'm wondering, should I have had to ask for that help in the first place, or is it fair to expect your partner to speak up when they need something? Nick, what do you think?
So it's kind of it's a little bit of a catch-22, right? Because obviously, should he have expected her to go back to full-blown Barbie doll stage after having kids? If he thought that was going to be how it watched, he watches too much movies, okay? So, because that's not the case. You know, when a woman is pregnant, there is a lot of changes, hormonal. There's a lot going on with her body, and some women, they can drop the baby weight like that, and those women are envied by others.
Yes,
you know?
and rare sometimes, very rare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but then coming to, should she have to ask for that help?
Yes.
I mean, yes, she should. But it really depends on to what extent, right? You know, like if he goes in and he sees that the sink is full of dishes, you know, and she's obviously worn out because she's had the baby all day while he's been at work. Okay, take, 10, 15 minutes and do the dishes, bro. Like, it's not that hard. Yeah. If she's trapped under a baby, bring her water, snack, the TV remote. Like, just hey.
I like that, trapped under a baby, and that's about what it is.
It is. I have a 6-month-old, and so I just went through all this. And so I know the struggles that, walking in and seeing, my wife under the baby, and I can look at the bags under her eyes, and I know that it's been a long day. And so, it's like, here's some, cheesy popcorn. Here's a bottle of water. And, here, let me cue up some Grey's Anatomy for you, girl. I got you. Right? It's like, I know what she needs and I know what she wants. So it's not that complicated.
It's not rocket science?
It's not rocket science. But there are some times where, my wife specifically would need something done, and I wouldn't know what it is. It's not something that's apparently obvious.
So say it.
So she does need to say it. And, that was a hurdle we had to get over. But now, if she actually needs something, she will look at me and ask. And then she starts getting to the point where she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I keep asking you to do things. I'm like, no, I want you to ask me to do things. I want you to tell me what it is that you need so that I can provide them for you. That's my job.
That's the big thing, is communication, isn't it?
Exactly.
Say it.
It's like,
and your name of your one chapter is what?
Oh, yeah. The chapter on communication is called Say It With Your Chest.
There you go.
Yeah, it's that easy. It's like, if you need something, you can't expect everybody to know what you need. Say it.
Yes, there you go.
Say our relationship advice today. Say it with your chest.
There you go.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much, Nick. And when is your book signing again?
It is July 25th. It's going to be from 11 to 4. I'm going to do a little Q&A session from 11 to 12 so that anybody can come in, and if they have a question about their relationship, or they want to ask, if they want kind of some advice, or does your book cover this topic? Does your book cover that topic? I want to answer those questions, and then I'll do a meet and greet signing from like 12:30 to 4. So.
Okay, awesome. And your book, we can find it on Amazon, do you think, pretty soon? Or
Barnes & Noble
Barnes
here
and
pretty
Noble.
soon. I'm getting the proof this week, and once I get it fully proofed, I'm going to go ahead and publish it after making the changes I need to make.
All right.
Loving her is not rocket science.
Loving her is not rocket science. I thought it was, but...
you could tell a lot of stories too, Chris.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. Well, sweet. Well, thank you so much, best friends, and we appreciate the relationship advice today, Nick, and good luck on your book.
All right. Love you, Chris.
Love
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is this Amber?
Yeah.
Amber, this is Chris Bennett with Q Country 92.5's The Morning Brew. You're on the radio, the podcast, social media, all that stuff. You entered your name into the Wheel of Names for the Diamondback tickets, and guess what?
Yeah.
You won. You won. Woohoo!
Oh my goodness, yay.
Yeah, you won 2 tickets to Friday's game down in the Valley against the Milwaukee Brewers. And I'm going to make it super easy for you. Today is Talk About Something Good Tuesday. So just tell me some good news or something good going on that we should be thankful for on this Talk About Something Good Tuesday.
Something Good Tuesday. We get to celebrate the birthday of our country this year. It's a big birthday.
Heck yeah, 250 years, and it's a great country to live in. I'm so grateful for this country.
Sure is.
Absolutely. Definitely something good worth talking about. Congratulations, Amber. You were going to the Diamondbacks game. What station hooked you up?
Q Country 92.5.
You know it. Arr!
Thank you.
Well, that is going to do it for another episode of the Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends. If you had a good time, I'd really appreciate it if you'd follow the podcast, leave us a review, and share this episode with a friend who you think would enjoy our morning show shenanigans. And don't forget, you can still get entered into our Wheel of Names for your chance to win Arizona Diamondback tickets. Just head over to the Q Country Facebook or Instagram page, give us a follow, click the beacons link in our bio, and fill out that entry form. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with us. We will see you back here tomorrow morning for another episode of the Morning Brew with Chris Bennett and Best Friends. Until then, I have been Chris Bennett, reminding you to be nice to yourself, be nice to others, and don't be